Well, hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm just sitting here doing a little bit knitting. I'll be going down my granddaughter's this afternoon, but I've had a busy morning anyway. There's a lady in the United States that asked me to do some knitting. She wants a cardigan. She's sending the wool to me, and I've been tracking it, and it is on its way. I think it's in London now. It's took a few days to get to London from the United States, and like you're saying, the United States is a lot larger country than here, and I think from different places it takes quite a while to get to whatever airport it has to go to to bring the stuff over to this country. So it's on its way. It'll be here before long, so I'm hoping to have Tommy's cardigan and the one I'm doing for Sandra finished, probably nearly finished by the time it gets here. And the lady, they call her Dagry. And at first I wasn't too keen on knitting for doing anything for anyone in any other countries, because I don't know how to go on with the postage. I still don't know when I do. When I finish Dagry's cardigan, I'm going to have to sort out what I have to do to post to America, because I think there is things I have to fill in and, you know, for the postage. But I'll sort that out and that. But Dagry's already sent me the payment for what I have to do for her. Very generous, a lot more than what I normally charge. And she sent it through Western Union. Now, I've never dealt with Western Union before, and I didn't know how to go on with it, so I downloaded their app on my phone, and I thought I would do the payment to go into my bank account from this app. Well, I kept trying with this app, and it kept coming up with error after error after error. Then I tried to do it on my laptop, and I had the same problem on there. So I contacted the Western Union, and apparently it must be a thing with the apps on your phone. I'm having a little drink out of Elvis while I'm sitting here. And so they advised me to either other ways, you know, to try again, and if the error still comes up, to go to a collection point where you just get the cash. So I tried again, and it still came up with errors, and I explained to Dagry what was happening, because the money was there for me to pick up. It had been there a couple of days, I just hadn't been able to get it. So I looked online and found out there's an awful lot of places that you can just go and pick this money up, and I didn't realise this, because like I'm saying, I don't know, I've never dealt with Western Union. I usually deal with PayPal and my own bank account. A lot of people pay me straight into my bank account, and apart from that it would be PayPal. But I did have a little bit of trouble with PayPal one time. Somebody spelled my name wrong. You know how Sheila is spelled Sheila, and you know that saying I before E except after C? Well, that's how they spelt it. They spelt the I and E in the wrong place, and so of course it never went into my account. That's one little problem with PayPal, but apart from that there's no other problems with it. But anyway, I looked online and I found you can go just about anywhere and pick this money up. And I live near a place called Killingworth. It's about a 10-minute drive from where I live, and it's a shopping centre up there, and they have a pawnbrokers up there called Ramsden's, and that's where I went. No trouble at all, just had to show my passport for identification purposes, and you know, they went through all the rigmarole where I live and everything, and then I was just handed the money. And that was a little bit better, actually. I won't have to tell the tax man about that. Money in your hand. So, like, I've already sent an email to Dagry and told her that I have received the payment. So if you're watching Dagry, you'll know what I'm talking about. And as soon as I get these orders done, I'll be starting on yours. I'm still waiting for the instructions for the sizes from Dagry. So, but I don't think she's a small lady, because I have seen a photograph of her on Facebook. But anyway, that was one little problem solved. So Western Union will be okay to deal with any other time if I should happen to get any other orders from America. You know, when you're not used to something and you don't know how it works, but it works quite simple actually. Like, so while I was up Killingworth, I thought I'll have a look in Wilco, because I have a Wilco up there. Like, I only went in to have a look, and you've seen my video I put up the other day with all the wool. Well, I saw this, and I thought to myself, they haven't had a lot of wool in lately. They've only been oddballs and that, and they didn't have any of this one in the last time I was in. I thought, all that wool I've got, I haven't got any yellow. If anybody wanted a full cardigan, so I bought 5 balls of this yellow, and this is it's lovely and soft. Wilco, I was getting a brand called Amelia, and I swear this is the same wool, only it's Wilco got their own brand. Wilco, I call it Wilco, it's Wilco. This is their own brand, but I swear it's the same wool, and it's very fine, like what the Amelia was. It's more like 4-ply. It does knit up like double knitting. You use double knitting needles like 4mm and that, but it is very fine. And when you look at the what it says, 100 grams, and there's 340 meters, you get nowhere near 340 meters in a 100-gram ball. In double knitting, Peyton's has about 274 meters, and most other ones, you're lucky if you get 300 meters. This is 340 meters, so it's going to go a long way. And if it is the same as the Amelia, it is made in the same place. In Turkey, well, I think a lot of the wool is made in Turkey these days, but it is very soft and it's really nice. And it's not a baby lemon, it's actually yellow, and it's a lovely shade of yellow. So I might even do something for myself with this one when I get around to it. So I'm just sitting there. I'm going down my granddaughter's this afternoon, but I thought I'm trying to do a little bit of this, a little bit more of this, so I can put a little bit more of the tutorial. That I started a tutorial for it on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting, and I need to do a few more rows because it's not normal raglan shaping. It is slightly different. It goes up to a saddle stitch shoulder across the top here. So I was wanting to get a little bit of this done before I went there, and I didn't have a lot of time yesterday, and from just after 5 I was on my bingo night anyway, so I didn't get much done until about 9:30, I think, when I got home. I did leave just after 5 and had a very good night. Me and my friend, we won about £110 between us. I think there was quite a few more there than what the normally is, but I think we won quite a few of the first games, and I think the last game, the lady Trish, the caller, that she calls out the bingo numbers and that, and every time either I called or my friend called, and we are getting dirty looks off Trish, and she comes over, and whenever we win, she puts the money on the table beside us, and she came up with the money and she banged it on the table like, "You's on board." But after that, others started winning, but they were getting annoyed because we had the same thing last week. We won over £100 between us last week as well, like. And every time we win, they go, "No, not again." But anyway, we had a good night, and I think that they may be getting on a little bit further with the road that I have to take to get there, the A1, because we've had diversions for about the last year, And these roadworks they're doing are going on till August 22, so I have another year of these roadworks, what they're doing. And I usually had a diversion where instead of taking me about 20 minutes to get home, it was taking me about 3/4 of an hour to go through all these diversions to get back onto another part of the A1 that took me home. Well, the diversions the last couple of weeks, I didn't have to go through the diversion and I was home pretty quick. Well, I had to take my friend home first, so it was taking me about half an hour because I have to go away from where I live to take her home and then back down the A1 to get to where I live. So it would normally, if I was going straight from the pub that we're at, it would take about 20 minutes. But because I had to take my friend home first, it was taking about maybe a little half an hour, a little bit more. But I had a good night, and you know, it's even better when you win, which all the girls says. Well, we're leaving. Are you having a week off next week, Sheila? No, I'm not. I'll be here next week, whether I win or not. So that's my little bit for today, and I'll be heading away down my granddaughter soon. So bye for now.